Hi guys, hope you're all good. So, just wanted to today talk about questions and the importance of asking the right questions. For me, it really changed a lot of things in my life and really ignited the whole process of really creating the life that I desire, that I dream of, and a life that is kind of purposeful and fulfilling. And like I said, that to me, really, a lot of that comes down to asking yourself the right questions and asking yourself who you want to be, what you want to create. And obviously, for that, you have to create space as well, time as well. A lot of us, we are so busy in our lives with work and responsive, like family duties, and I guess especially as parents as well. You've got so much going on that we don't actually have the time to even ask these questions. And so for me, I was just going to say I was lucky, but I wasn't lucky at all because I made that conscious decision to take that time out for myself several times. So it wasn't actually lucky at all. That was a conscious decision I made. So the first time I created that time and that space for myself to ask myself the right questions was after secondary school. I decided to go to Spain for 6 months and learn the language and yeah, sort of find myself before I start studying, and then I'm all locked in and into a job. And so for me, it was really important to go a bit on a journey to find myself and understand what I want out of life, what I want to create, who I want to be. And that really, yeah, so that time to have that space and that time really helped me to, yeah, to really understand myself better and look at and even, um, yeah, to be able to observe my patterns and behaviors, just stepping away from it all a bit for 6 months and really, yeah, having a little check in with myself and really understanding why I did things the way I did, and why I had certain thought process and patterns going on. That really helped me, especially after secondary school. It's such, like, I can just highly recommend it to any person on this planet, really, who has the opportunity to step out and experience life before they get themselves into job and studies and all of that. So that was super important for me and really allowed me to, yeah, to really understand myself, like I said. Then of course after I finished secondary school, no, sorry, after I finished my studies, I did this again by going to Australia, going traveling, doing all of this. Oops, sorry, that was wind. And yeah, so I created that space for myself to ask the right questions. And I obviously understand that a lot of us, we don't have the time off, and we're so involved in life and our work and, family sort of responsibilities, and there is not much time to even think about the things that you may want out of life, or even take the time to even have a little check in with yourself. So I understand that, but also, like I said, whether that is the situation or not, I really, this is where like, once again, yoga comes in, meditation comes in. It's so important to really create that time to reconnect and ask yourself those questions. What do I want? Who do I want to be? What kind of life do I want to live? What kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? What lifestyle do I want? What do I need? What does my body need? Do I need, a warm climate, a cold climate? Do I need a lot of people around me all the time, or do I like to be on my own? Do I desire a lifestyle that involves a lot of sport, a lot of activity, or am I more someone who, any of these questions are so from my perspective just so important to ask yourself, to live a fulfilled and purposeful life. Because if you don't ask these questions, then well, how can you possibly come up with a solution and ways to get you there? So yeah, this just as a little sort of inspiration maybe, or a little reminder that it's so beneficial to you to take that time out for yourself and do a bit of journaling and ask yourself those questions and then move towards that. And for example, I guess if you're really looking into purpose and mission and your path in this lifetime, a question that I asked myself at a very young age, when I was 10, when my mom was diagnosed with cancer, and she went into this whole, into place of, I may, I may not be here anymore, like in a few years if this does, she was really scared of the disease, and she, let's put it that way, she didn't have the most positive way of looking at the situation. So I was really scared as well. I was really worried that she was going to die. But also what that did for me, um, it did something really important, and it brought up a really important question for me. And that question was that if I get told I only have a while to live, or I've got this sort of deadly disease that can't be cured, if this is the case, what would I actually be doing with my life? If I knew I only had like that long to live, or was gonna die, what would I be doing? So that's when all these things came up for me, and that was, like I said, at a very young age for me. That's when I already asked myself one of the most essential and most important questions I actually believe you could ask yourself. It's like, what would you do with your life if you didn't have much time left? And what came out of that was that I would be traveling the world. I'd be, seeing as many places as I possibly could. As I possibly can, I'd be spending time with people that are important to me, with loved ones. I'd be spending time laughing, enjoying myself, not grieving about it, not thinking as in, oh my God, what's going to happen? I'm going to die soon, and be all sad about it, but actually make the most out of that time that I have, enjoy life to the fullest, do all the things that I always wanted to do, that make me feel alive, that inspire me. So this, at this young age, when I didn't even know much about life at all, that was such an important question for me to ask myself, what would I be doing? So out of that question, out of that situation when my mom was sick, came my whole journey, really. This whole the fact that I went, I traveled the world, went to all these different places, really followed my heart as well. That came out of that question as well, that I would follow my heart and not just work for some company that doesn't really care about me anyway, where I'm only a number for them, work for someone else's profit or whatever. That wasn't really, if I only had that long to live, well, that's certainly not what I would be doing. So yeah, like I said, just from that one question, I I got so much information. And so yeah, like I said, this is for me to take this video to maybe hopefully inspire you um to ask yourself some really good, powerful questions. So depending on, it can obviously be, there's so many different areas in life that you could focus on. So depending on what it is you may want to work on, you obviously have to ask yourself different questions. But maybe, yeah, even just starting with the question of who do you want to be? If you had no limitations, if you could do anything that you wanted to do, if money wasn't an object, if you didn't have to work and yeah, if you weren't part of this job or something that you're in now, if you could, if you had all the options in the world, no limitations, what would you be doing? What would you be doing with your life? Who would you want to be? So just something, yeah, to give you a little something that maybe have a moment, have a little think about that, and yeah, see what comes up, see what sort of, even like I said, I've been doing journaling every day now, lots of writing, many pages of really asking myself the right questions, and then the stuff that comes out of you is just incredible, and it's such an amazing tool to really, well, to be able to observe what's there, but also to create goals for yourself and move you in the direction of your dreams, really, of what you really want to do here and who you really want to be. And yeah, so I just thought I share that with you, and let me know if if you have any questions, or if that brings up certain things in you. Just, yeah, contact me, shoot me a message, and yeah, I put some other videos up again soon. All right, cool peeps, have a good day. Bye bye.